Good morning. You have one live viewer. And it is about 5:45, thereabouts. Good morning, Sarah. You're saying it's about 5:45 this morning. I'm out here in the backyard. And it's May 4th, 2015. I've got the morning coffee sitting down on the ground here while I do this. Just waiting for a few more people this morning. You can hear the birds this morning. I'm just getting my day started. I'm on a day off today. I should be sleeping in, and you can see there's a full moon setting off to the left of the tree. No, sunrise probably in about another hour, Sarah. We got a cloudy overcast right now, but it's fairly comfortable. We have 3 viewers right now, 2 from the web. I want to welcome the web viewers, greatly appreciative. Whoop. Get my handle here. But we have 4 viewers now. We had 4 viewers. But I want to do a little poem this morning, drawing my inspiration once again from that gentleman that's over there in Cork, Ireland, Mr. Paul O'Mahony. He had an audio up the other day, and it encouraged me to look up the poem. And the poem is from Joyce Kilmer. And the poem is Trees. He got the first line of this poem, and I was familiar with that line as well, but I thought the poem was worth a full reading. No, don't spill the coffee. No, I don't have the coffee in my hand. My hand is right here. I'm holding my iPod Touch that I have the poem on. And you can see off to the left of the tree the full moon that is setting off there in the southwest this morning. But the poem is from Joyce Kilmer, and I will start now, seeing that we have 7 viewers. Those viewers being Sarah, as well as 6 web viewers, which I greatly appreciate. Trees by Joyce Kilmer. I think that I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree whose hunger, mouth. Let me start that over again. I think I got to put my glasses up here. This is a tree in the backyard here. There, I think it's appropriate. But let's try this one more time. Trees by Joyce Kilmer. I think that I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against the earth's sweet flowing breast, a tree that looks at God all day and lifts her leafy arms to pray, a tree that may in summer wear a nest of robins in her hair, upon whose bosom snow has lain, whose intimate lot lives with rain. Poems are made by fools like me, but only God can make a tree. And this is a tree that we planted as a seedling that would have been otherwise discarded. Now it is a tree that gives me great pleasure that is in my backyard. Yes, good for Paul. Paul, he really gives the inspiration for the poetry here. So, if I can transition over here. Morning. I had the poem on the iPod Touch here. And that is a poem that I think is worth reading this morning. Let me get my paraphernalia out of my ear and the like so I can get transitioned here. And as I walk around the yard here, yes, that's the birds. They're all in the trees there. We've had some chickadees at the bird feeder yesterday, so let's see, the current temperature, it's about 48 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure how that translates in Celsius. It might be 4 or 5 degrees Celsius, but it's a pleasant morning this morning. And yes, those are sparrows that are off in the bush there, and we have one feeder out here. Morning coffee. And as I move around, you can see they're back in that the bush back there next to the tree that I just read a poem on. And F better for me. Okay, but we still have 6 viewers. I greatly appreciate them. We have one viewer in the house, and that is Sarah, who is greatly appreciated as far as hanging out this morning. F better for me. I don't understand what F. Oh, Fahrenheit. Oh, Fahrenheit better for me. Oh, okay. You understand? Okay. I know when I listen to people from Europe and overseas, they always do the Celsius and stuff like that. I don't know, my freaking hair, I tried combing it this morning, just waking up. I should be sleeping in. I'm on a day off today. But yeah, it's a comfortable 40 degrees, and like I said, that's the bush where all the sparrows are hanging out, Sarah, right back there next to the tree that I just did a poem on. And right on that tree there is a oh, you don't do metric. Okay. Yeah, I know there's 3 feet to a 3 feet to a meter. You can see the bird feeder there. That bird feeder has been attracting quite a few yellow chickadees that like to hover above the cornfield, and you can see the cornfield in the background there that they're going to be planting here. Probably not for maybe another month. They're spreading the cow stuff there out there. I can not on this particular field as of yet because it's still sort of wet out there. But we have a great morning going this morning. I'm getting my day started, and I sort of took yesterday off from the social media to the most part. I'm trying to take Sundays off to where I don't really post anything. You have a nice view from your house. Yeah, I really enjoy this is my back porch there where I would do my audios, and I'm going to probably end up doing a Periscope concerning audios because of lately I haven't been doing them as of much. Let's give you a proper view there, Sarah. That's the view right there. And you can see the grass is starting to get a little thick again. The spots where Max has done his doggy thing over the course of the winter, the grass is starting to grow in, so I may have to take the lawnmower out. But that's the corn view, or the I guess the audios that I've done in the past concerning the cornfield. And out in the middle of that cornfield, it sort of dips down. It's sort of like some wetlands, and I see about 4, you can't see it on camera, there's about 4 or 5 crows that are walking. We get a flock of geese and stuff, and what is it? I don't know if you can see the moon. Yeah, there's the moon. The full moon is about ready to set right over past my tree and the bush. And the sun will be rising up somewhere over there, probably in about, clotheslines right there. Probably in about, I don't know, it's starting to get, well, it's not really cloudy, it's just getting, you can see there's no real clouds except off to the east there, which actually going east, that's where Sarah's at, over there in the UK, heading in that general direction. So as I was saying, nice. That's nice, Sarah. I worked yesterday. I monitor the social networks and to listen to them. The poem I read there, I think Paul was doing a rant on audio concerning kids climbing tree and an interest in statistics. So he has that over in his Twitter timeline. He's over on that program formerly known as Audio Boo. Still won't say the name or write the name in the anything I post on Twitter or on social media. And it was amazing that myself as a kid, I used to climb quite a few trees, and we used to have tree forts and the like. And you know, I have two young adult children now. They're young adults. I don't think they really climbed a tree. The tree out here in the backyard, you know, the trees, they can. I don't know. I think it's because, let's see, Sarah says there'll always be boos to me. Yep, there always boos to me too, Sarah. They always will be. And as far as climbing trees, I guess as a parent, I would probably be a little scared of my children climbing up trees. If you know, there's always that fear of falling, or the fear of having your children fall and break an arm and stuff. I think my older brother climbed a tree when I was a kid, and he broke his arm falling out of a tree. But it was an interesting stat that Paul Amani did present concerning 84% of children. I'm not sure if it was over there in Ireland. Got to let them explore too. Yep, we do. We have to let them explore to learn and the like. But as a parent, I'm still fearful. It's like, what's my kid doing up in that tree? So it's just like, I guess we never are concerned about our own safety when it comes to fear of things and the like. So, we're down to 2 viewers. We have 1 web viewer, and Sarah is still hanging out with us, and I greatly appreciate that, Sarah. And I'm going to be putting this up on YouTube. I did a YouTube of the fireman statue over there in Owego, New York, when I was coming home last, was it Friday? Or Saturday afternoon, which I had fun doing. And I put that up on YouTube. And it's a little bit choppy, I guess, as most of the video that I load up to YouTube off of Periscope. And I've noticed it getting choppy, like your coffee. Oh yeah, and the coffee ones, yes. I think I have about I counted maybe 20-some Periscopes. I've actually been doing more Periscopes video than I have been doing audio. And not that I feel bad about that. I just have more fun, I think, doing the Periscopes because I am talking to an audience here, and there's reaction back, and Sarah's saying yes. And I'm looking just to keep update on this new app that I think is going to be a real yes, it is fun, very much fun, and that's why I'm doing a lot of them, I guess. I had an update on the YouTube app, so I updated my iPad mini that I'm recording this Periscope on my iPad mini, and it'll be interesting to see how that loads up on the YouTube this morning when I'm done with this particular Periscope. Yeah, the birds, they're chirping, aren't they? And I noticed on that last Periscope, when I was at the fireman statue, I have a tendency of talking louder, and then on the replay, it doesn't sound like it's that loud. It sounds like I'm almost yelling a little bit. And yeah, the birds are loud. They are very loud this morning. So hopefully, if I sit here quiet enough later this afternoon, I might be able to get a snapshot of those yellow chickadees, because we don't really normally get them on the bird feeders. We had one bird feeder that's been sitting over here, that's been there quite a while, and I have to repair it, so the missus took it down. So we only had the one little bird feeder, which actually I think the birds like a little bit better and stuff. So I'll have to do that. So I'm on a day off today, hanging out. I think I already have one little job that I need to do today, and that is probably to mow the lawn. I did start the lawnmowers, the riding lawnmower and the push lawnmower up last week, so they do work. And let me see something. birds over there popping around by the tree. Yeah, some sparrows. And we got the crows, the proverbial crows that come out. There's a little shot of a few birds, I guess. I don't hear my cardinal this morning, so I don't know if he's waiting for the sun to rise or what. But normally I would hear the cardinal this morning, so that's a little bit odd, I think, because I usually listen. And it might, like, again, I think it might be because he's waiting for the sun to rise. Because I normally hear him every morning. I don't hear him this morning for some reason. Of course, I hear the traffic out in the highway there, out in the front of the house. So your birds are different. Yes, we have, we got the sparrows, we got crows, we've got cardinals. We have, what you're hearing right now is a red-winged blackbird that's up there in the tree. We have blue jays, and like I said, the yellow chickadees, which is a new. When I got home yesterday from work, the missus pointed that out, and like I said, we don't normally see them at the feeder, which I like that. Good morning, Greg. I'm still hanging out here. Chickadees and cardinals we don't have. You do have robins though over there, Sarah. Bernie Goldbach at Top Gold told me that, well, especially in Ireland, there's a lot of robins over there. We have, matter of fact, there is a Periscope that will be coming up of maybe a robin's nest that I discovered out front in the one flowering tree. I can't think of what the name of it is. I'll have to ask the missus what kind of tree it is, and because there's some robins. We do have at least 3 or 4 pairs of robins that are always around the house here, and I think they're the children of the robins that when we first moved in, because I've lived here probably, oh geez, it's coming up on 17, 18 years now since I got out of the Air Force. So I think I'm going to look forward to that particular Periscope. Oh, almost spilled my coffee. So did have Greg in here, and we still have Sarah and one web viewer. So curious on the web viewer. I think it's pretty neat with the Periscope here, the ability to look and view from the web and see the comments. And I don't know if you know this, Sarah, if you're watching a Periscope from a web browser, the comments, they come up over there on the left, and the hearts you give, which I appreciate. I'm not into this for hearts. So there's Greg. Greg has rejoined us. I don't know. It might be my internet connection, because I didn't realize when I was doing the... Good morning, Greg. Good morning. Yes, we're just getting our day started. I was just reading a poem from... oh, your connection dropped out. Okay. Yeah, I was just reading a poem from... I can't remember the author's name. Let's see. Just bear with me, please. Oh, it was by Joyce Kilmer. And seeing that Greg's here, I'm going to read it one more time because it's a short one. It's called Trees by Joyce Kilmer. I think that I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree. A tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against the earth's sweet flowing breast. A tree that looks at God all day and lifts her leafy arms to pray. A tree that may in summer wear a nest of robins in her hair, upon whose bosom snow has lain, whose intimate lives with rain. Poems are made by fools like me. Well, I don't make poems, but I'm a fool of reading one here. But only God can make a tree. So that's a poem by Joyce Kilmer. And Greg, that was inspired by, for me to read by something Mr. Paul O'Mani he did an audio, and he remembered that first line. And I remembered that first line. I said, you know, I know that poem. And what I had, Greg, just to give you, when I started the broadcast, that is a tree. That is my tree out in the backyard. And you know, I don't see the moon anymore, Sarah. So I guess the moon has set. And I think what we'll be looking for is the sunrise over that way. Yeah, soon. I don't have my watch on, so I'm not sure what time it is. Transitioned. And I was saying something earlier, Greg, that I don't hear my cardinal out here. You know, it just I normally hear the cardinal. And I was telling Sarah here that we at the tree I just showed. Oh, it's 11, so that would make it. It's about 6. It's 6:08 here, so we're 5 hours behind, Sarah. So it's 6:00. So the missus and my son will be getting up here shortly if they're not already up. So yeah, actually early for me is 4 o'clock. This is I'm ready for lunch, I guess. It's what you call farmer hours and stuff. You know, I usually get up about 4:30 every morning, which explains why I go to bed about 7-8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, early bird catches the worm. Yeah, I think I like waking up early during the spring and summer because, especially on a morning like this, where I can just sit out on the back porch here, it's very pleasant. I do have the back screen in porch, but it's just very nice. And I've always liked, and I guess Sarah can vouch for this, that I've done quite a few audios from the back porch here that gives me sort of inspiration looking out at the cornfield. So, and I guess it's a measuring stick to see what's with a view like that. Yeah, you know, and it's a simple thing, Sarah, and I think that's one of the things that we realize to appreciate the little things. The great view you have. Yeah, I think, and that's the one thing I love about the Periscope here is to be able to share the views. Again, I think Greg and Sarah, you both saw the fireman statue, which I'm getting brave to where I'm going out, and I'm going to find some hot spots. I know where some Wi-Fi hot spots are. That particular spot, I was surprised. I didn't think I was going to have that good of a broadcast on the Periscope live. The video replay, like I said, I'm going to have to. There was an update on my YouTube app, so I'm going to see if that does anything. Your setup. You set up your panels first. That is going to be happening today, yes, because I didn't. Rich on the road, yeah, I like that comment, Greg. But my solar panels, I think, Greg, you might have seen one of the periscopes I did on the solar. The solar panels will be going out today, Sarah. Yes, they will be topping off my my 109 amp deep cell battery. Oh, there's the cardinal. I just heard the cardinal. Okay, it is a good morning now. I heard my cardinal. Yep, there it is. There he is. Okay. Yeah, the sun must be getting ready to rise, and there's a robin bopping right over here in the... Let me see if I can get that. Oh, he flew away. Okay, you can hear the... Hopefully you can hear the robin. He's up in the crabapple tree. They like to hang around the crabapple tree. So we're hanging out here listening to... And now I have 2 viewers. Okay, Greg and we lost our web viewer, so our web viewer had to go. So, must be feed, porridge. Yeah, can beat bird chirp. Yeah, the chorus in the morning, it's something, again, it's another one of those little things that, along with this view that I have, that I really, really enjoy. And to be able to, usually I hear... All last week in the morning, I've been hearing them as I'm going to the car, as I'm driving into the day job. So a very good start to the day. But the solar panels will be going out today, Sarah. I already pre-planned that yesterday, looking at what the weather is going to do. So if I get them out at least once a week, that keeps my battery topped off. And I'm thinking about getting another set. I got a dilemma. It's either buy another set of solar panels or buy an updated iPod Touch version 6, because my iPod Touches that I do have, I have 3. Robin sung loudly for such a small body. Yes, they do. Yeah, these sparrows, they're even smaller, and they have quite the pipes on them. And the cardinal there, we had this cardinal that when we first moved into our house. Oh, there he is. He's out. He's in the will. I don't know if I can get a picture of him. Yeah, I need a zoom. He's right. Oh, he flew away. He's in another tree. Yeah, he blended in there. Yeah, that's the one thing. It would be nice if they had a zoom on this, Sarah. It just would be. I can see why you can just sit out there for hours. And it helps, Greg, having a cup of coffee, or else if it's the afternoon, I have a beer. Which I'll probably have 1 or 2 this afternoon. So I'll probably be. You guys will just be finishing your day and getting ready to watch the telly over there, and. I'll be having a beer here. So, like I said, I got a good start here. I didn't think I was going to be this long, but it's enjoyable talking to both of you. And again, another great thing about social media that I love, and the missus and some friends and coworkers, they think I'm nuts of doing this. It's just like having conversations that we wouldn't otherwise have, as far as a little okay, hear the cardinal off in the distance here. So it's one of the great aspects of social media that I really enjoy. I got that feeling with the audio. Oh, there he is. With the audio I used to do, well, I still do, but and we got this little red squirrel, and they're little nasty things. We got gray squirrels, but I just spotted this, and they're about half the size of a gray squirrel, and they don't take crap from nothing. I mean, I've seen this little bugger go after some gray squirrels, and he's a little mean. He's way up there. He's just scurrying up in the trees and stuff like that. Another aspect of my view, I guess. I get all the wildlife. We do get some deer that come down off the hill. Our reds are dying out because of grays. Oh, really? Okay, I would figure it'd be the other way around, because this little red squirrel, he doesn't take crap from anything. I've seen him go up against some of the crows that are pretty good-sized birds. I was typing that too. Really? They're dying out? Wow. Okay, Cardinal's back up in the crabapple tree, which, sadly enough, I got to look at possibly cutting that down, because it's leaning too far over into the garage. I don't like cutting down trees, but it just comes down to the time where, well, the way the wind goes, sometimes you think about it, well, because the trees I have out back here, they're basically, I'm at the, but this they have people employed up north to capture. Oh, okay. But the trees, this is when you hear me talk about the grove, this is the grove back here, which it's not really, I got to clean it up a little bit, but there's a birch tree, and I'm not sure what that's an oak tree of some sort. Those trees are starting to get a little larger, and we've been looking at possibly having to cut them down and clear that space out back there and stuff like that. But the one tree I think this birch has been here for, geez, probably 50 years. And the other tree's been there at least 65, 75 years and stuff. Because the house I live in, it's pushing over 100 years old as far as the house, and it's a good solid house. It creaks a lot, drafty and stuff like that, but that's one of the pleasures of having a house and stuff out here in the sticks, as they would call them. It sort of reminds me, the town where I grew up here, the county I live in, Tioga County. I grew up in a town 2 towns over, and that's gotten more developed. And yeah, built well. Yeah, this is a house that there's the family that built this house. There's four other houses that are built by the same family, and they're rock solid and stuff. And we tried doing some updates and the likes, and you know, the missus would like to be in Hawaii, but who can afford Hawaii as far as the prices over there? We're both from Tioga County, so we decided when I got done with the service to come back here to settle down. And you're anywhere near Saratoga? No, Saratoga Springs. Oh wow, that's about almost a 3.5 to 4 hour drive north. That's up above Albany, so that's northeast of here. So that's a good 4 hour drive, Sarah, from where I'm at. You know, as far as going through the Adirondacks and stuff. I haven't been up. Yeah, New York State's a pretty good sized state. Where I'm located, Southern Tier, is more or less central along the New York-Pennsylvania border here in Tioga County. And yeah, it is a big state. It's a great state. I like the state. The only thing I don't like about it is the taxes. The taxes suck. State taxes, but it's a good trade-off. That's the thing. People, they go to other states. They say, oh, I'm going to relocate just across the border in Pennsylvania. There's no state tax. And you got trade-offs. The school system, I think, that's one of the reasons why we came back here, that the school that, the high school that my wife went to, that's where my children went to. And it paid off in dividends. The kids got a really good high school education. They went on to college. Yeah, there's pros and cons. Exactly, sir. There's pros and cons in everything, and there's trade-offs. And I've liked. This is the longest I've lived in one spot, and I like it. And the going joke is I'm going to be buried probably when it's all said and done up the street here at the local cemetery. I've already seen the plots and stuff like that. So it's just. It's a nice area. I like upstate New York. My father, he was born and brought up down there. Well, he was actually born in Manhattan, but he was brought up in Brooklyn. So I've spent many a summer in New York. To me, despite the taxes and the winter, this winter and last winter have been pretty harsh. I can't remember winter being that cold and harsh since I was a kid. I guess or else I'm getting older. You know, that's the thing. You get older and you get more sensitive to the weather. Yeah, okay. The sun's starting to. I can see some sunrises, some sun rays there off in the east. So I think and this is right about the time when I go to work. So that's why I didn't hear my cardinal earlier. Well, our cardinal, I think our cardinal here is a descendant. We had this one cardinal. I had this red van. When we first moved in, this one cardinal used to always go on the side mirror and peck, just furiously, just peck. And it was seeing its own image, but it was intimidated. Well, it was not intimidated, but it was reacting to the fact he thought it was another cardinal, because I think they're a little territorial. And we named that cardinal Roy. And Roy, we would see almost every day for the first 5, 6, 7 years we lived here. And then there was one summer afternoon right out front in the highway there, Roy was laying. I guess he's tried flying across the road, and he ended up getting hit. But and we didn't see any cardinals for a while. You know, briefly we saw a cardinal here or there. But now we have the cardinals coming back, and we think they're just like our robins. I think they're the descendants of robins we've seen years back and stuff like that. So it's like seeing the children of the children. So that's I don't know about the sparrows. Sparrows, because the robins, watching the robins out the kitchen window there when I'm doing the dishes or after dinner and stuff, they'll be bouncing around the yard here getting the worms. They have some distinct personalities of them, and I can remember as a kid, my grandfather, who's also he lived down there in Brooklyn, and Avenue N down in Flatbush. He would paint seagulls, and he would always go down to Jones's Beach, and he'd take his, what do they call that three-legged thing, his easel, and do his paintings. And he would love painting seagulls, and they would all look different. And I never knew that until I got older after my grandfather passed away. My father told me, yeah, your grandfather loved watching the eagles, or the seagulls, because he said, if you look at the paintings, they all look a little bit different because each bird has a different personality, just like us. You think they all look the same, and then they probably have their what's that? Their natural. They're all naturally the same and stuff like that. But there's very small little characteristics that you can see from them and the like. So sparrows, I don't know. They look. Sometimes they look the same, and I don't know, some of them, I think sparrows, for the most part, some of them are just plain dumb because they fly right into the window out back here. So, okay, my coffee's getting cold, so I know people live near, far in Brooklyn. Okay, yeah, Brooklyn, I haven't been down the city in years and stuff like that, but I have stuff to do, must go, enjoy your free. Okay, yeah, I'm going to end my broadcast here and stuff. I greatly appreciate you, Sarah, and Greg hanging out with me this morning. I probably will be doing some more here later on, and I'll appreciate the view there, but I'm not going to, great chatting with you too, Greg, as always. I was sort of hoping David would be here. I sent him a direct message on Twitter there concerning he said he watched the choppy YouTubes that I put up of my Periscopes here and stuff. So hopefully this one, when I load it up, it might be better because of the YouTube update on. So great chatting with you, Greg. Great chatting with you, Sarah. You all have a good one. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. And as always, peace. You guys take care. See you in the next Periscope. Very good.